What's up, everybody? Well, I got another secondary PC gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're checking out Forza Horizon 6, which so far has been a blast. Has some hiccups on some systems and is smoother on others than some, but still, a very fun game, and I'm sure it'll just get better with more updates. So, with that said, let's see what this kind of system can do. Well, alright, this thing defaulted to Extreme, so instead we're going to try Extreme with ray tracing, because some people might want to do ray tracing. Now keep in mind, usually AMD, until you get to the 9000 series, wasn't really the greatest at it, but you can still do it if you're reasonable with the settings or use upscaling. I believe this thing almost actually gets 60 FPS without any help from anything, but once you get into the actual game and start playing, there's lots of spots where it drops. Even looking at your cars put me down to like 40 FPS. Like this. So you're going to want some help from upscaling, I'm pretty sure, if you're going to want to do this. But hey, let's go run a bench. So here's what we got. It almost got 60 average, but not quite. 58. And we did get a stutter. I've noticed that. Very rarely did my computers get no stutters. It just seems to have hiccups right now. Hopefully they can fix that. Now we're going to go ahead and try something else here. So we're keeping the resolution and all that stuff the same. But I ended up turning on some Intel upscaling. Went with ultra quality. I don't know, to my eye, it just looks much better than AMD's implementation, unless you're using 4 plus. Anything 3 or below, I find Intel's to be better in most circumstances. But alright, let's go see what that bench has to offer. So here we go. We got 86 average, got 2 stutters. You can even see them kind of on the frame time graph there. I mean, there's some little tiny ones, but I guess it doesn't count those. But there's definitely 2 big ones right on the graph. You can see them. But alright, let's go see what it does in the game, though. That's much more important. Now let's try without ray tracing, seeing as though AMD, like I said earlier, doesn't really like ray tracing very much. We'll start it without any upscaling first, just the extreme preset, and if I do recall, this does absolutely great now. I think we're closer to 80, 90 to 100 FPS now. Hey, let's run the bench. We'll find out instead of me wondering. Well, there we go. Benchmark's all done, and we did indeed get 105 FPS. It was accompanied by 3 stutters, though. But on this system, it's not as noticeable most of the time. There's some spots in the city, though, where I was like getting some pretty big hiccups still, though, even on an X3D chip and a pretty beefy GPU. So, now we'll see what it can do with a little help from upscaling. Not that it needed it, but I figured some people might want a little bit of extra, and they don't mind having a couple things not look quite as nice. Because no matter what upscaling you use, it's gonna break something a little tiny bit. Even DLSS has small itty bitty little issues. You just don't usually notice them. But alright, let's jump in. Well, first bench, then jump in. So, benchmark's all done. We got a humongous 130 FPS, which is more than enough for a racing game as far as I'm concerned, and only one starter this time. I'd prefer 0, but hey, you can't always get what you want. But now, let's hop into an actual game and see what it's willing to do.
Alright, let's get a little camera recording gameplay now. Must be a bum to jump on. I'm gonna get that Horizon sign, but well, no. Let's see.
here. We're live on Sub Pop Records Radio.
He had a Viper too. I remember correctly, we have to like brake immediately. Yeah. I thought I was going to get destruction derbied off the damn road again. They love to knock me off so I can't go over the damn checkpoint. I thought I braked enough, but I guess not. Got it from this only A class. Yeah, signal's back down like so much. So far, there's everything. Maybe a little more optimization. That's unacceptable for a racing game. I think they beat me more than I've ever beat anybody else. Oh yeah, I don't think I beat anybody by 6 seconds yet. That Max Soda guy's good. Alright, let's go do another one. Oh well, once I get more practice, I'll get back in my groove and be almost unstoppable again.
Okay, Justin, what's next?
No, you don't have to stop. I just don't want to do that right now while I'm doing YouTube videos.
I'm Abby,
And I'm Atticus.
and you're listening to Sub Pop Records Radio.
They would have plastered a blue truck right where I needed to be around that corner. Alrighty then, I think that's more than good. Let's go wrap up.
Well, alright guys, that's our wrap for Forza Horizon 6 on the secondary PC. And ran pretty well. Still had some hiccups though, but this one definitely was one of the better showings for sure. So I'm hoping the two enthusiast ones can just give me no hiccups ever. That would be great. But I have a feeling that's just the way the game is right now and probably just needs a patch or something like that. Or it's just one of those things you just have to deal with. But either way, that's all for this video. I'm excited to hop on over to the main PC because that's where I'm going to get to drive with the racing wheel and everything. I'm probably going to do terrible compared to the controller because I was using a controller the whole time and haven't used that racing wheel in a very long time. And it's not like it's a good racing wheel or anything. Think of it as like that old Xbox 360 racing wheel, but just hair better. Either way, that's all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And I'd do a peace out with that hand, and I'm sure you'd get what I'm going for, but until I can do it better, we'll just do a left-handed peace out. So peace out, and until the next video.